Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, guys. Today we're going to talk about the claim to objectivity, especially in religious beliefs. So, I'll show you the problems with this and why atheists are using this argument against the religious people, actually. And I've not seen someone that will give a comprehensive answer to this rather than just banging the table and saying, oh, this is the truth. So, the problem goes like this, and I've shown this in another video. What is objective? Like, everyone says they have the truth, everyone claims it's the truth, and on the surface level, it seems like everyone knows what they're talking about. But when you start pressing further, you realize that there's more to it than just, this is the truth. For instance, so I want to show you what is the way out. We also discuss the way out. Like, should we use reason? And that's what I've been calling tools. But reason is also subjective because everyone claims they're using reason. Or should we just blindly follow or arbitrarily just follow whatever position? That one is also subjective, even more subjective, which we'll get to later. But the first thing is like this. The problem goes like, how do you know what you have is the truth? Rather than just saying that it is the truth. Everyone claims that they have the truth. And even when you choose, like, okay, for example, like I was going to say, for instance, Christianity. So I'm a Muslim now. Someone says, become a Christian. Or should we start from that level? No, let's not start from that level. Let's start from the level of a theist and an atheist. So you have between theism, believe in God, and atheism. So you say, you know what? I've changed my mind now. I want to become a theist. I want to believe in God. But now, which religion are you going to choose? Okay, everyone, see, you can just believe in God. Is that it? No. There seems to be like, no, there's more. You cannot just say you believe in God. You have to choose a particular religion. So, as a consequentialist, you even want to narrow it down to like, okay, every Christianity and Islam. Because why? Because they are the only ones claiming that there's a hellfire or Jahannam or something like this. They are the only ones claiming this. The other ones, they don't really talk about Jahannam. They just talk about this life and probably nothing's going to happen in the after. If you just live a good life, you'll be fine. Most of these other ones. But Islam and Christianity, you want to take them seriously. So you say, okay, fine. Let me become a Christian. Is that objective between Islam and Christianity? Let me choose one now. So you choose Christianity. But that's not all. What kind of Christianity did you choose? Did you become a Mormon? Did you become a Protestant, a Catholic, or Eastern Orthodox? This is not just a mere difference. By the way, let me tell you, it's not just a difference of everyone is fine. You can be a Protestant, it's okay. No, from the Catholic's point of view, Catholicism is objectively true, and the other ones are objectively false. Do you understand? To the Protestants, Catholicism is objectively false, and Protestantism is objectively true. Meaning, if you want to really be safe from hellfire, you have to become a Protestant against the Catholics or even Eastern Orthodox, because they see this as idolatry and many other things like that. And the Catholics see the other guys as heretics, and they are not saved also. Especially, just go and read the early works of the. See, right now they are becoming nicer and stuff. In the beginning, it was never like this. If you just believe something wrong, you are off the rail. You become a heretic and you are not saved, and you become the child of the devil just because you think there are two persons. Like in the person of Christ, you think there are two persons. You become a Nestorian. Nestorius was a bishop, and he was classed as a heretic. Just to show you the gravity of this. So now think about Protestantism. So anyway, the point I'm making is that there seems to be like no end to the subjectivity. You cannot, okay, you imagine Islam and Christianity was the objective one, objective two. So you say, okay, once I choose one, that's objectively true. No, if you choose Christianity, there are many views under Christianity that can lead you to hellfire also, apparently, okay. And it's in Islam also. You want to choose Islam? You made a convert. You want to convert into Islam. Which one should you follow? Sunni or Shia? Okay, become a Sunni. That's not all. Are you Sunni? Okay, now you're Sunni. Are you Ashari or Athari? There are still many things you need to decide. So much so that, and each one of them, this is a problem. Each one of them claim to be objectively true. Each one of them. And they claim to be, this is the truth. Whoever goes away from this is a deviant. You have deviated from the path of the truth. That's what everybody claims. And most people are not able to see this because they already bought hook, line, and sinker. What's that term? Into a particular methodology, and they will never be able to see outside of that. They are too biased to see this. Okay, so me, I just look at the whole thing and I see like it's just subjectivity all around. Everyone is claiming. That's why I made that video some time ago. I said truth is subjective, because you can believe what you have is the truth, but in reality, it might not be, because everyone is making that claim. It's the most easiest claim to make, to say that this is the truth. Everyone throws it around, the truth. Okay, so what it leads to is that there's too much subjectivity going around. So me, I said, okay, fine. How do you get out of this problem? This is what I'm proposing. See, at the end of the day, you can. Some people will just be like, you know what, I don't care about all this stuff. I'm not gonna get involved. Okay, that's one way. The other way is some people like, okay, I want to get involved. What do I do now? So they said, let's use reason. Okay, because there are two ways you can get out of this. It's either you use reason or you just follow arbitrarily. If you use reason, you would think like, okay, reason should lead us to one conclusion. We realize that it doesn't. Take for instance, you have Thomas Aquinas, a philosopher. He studied philosophy, he studied Aristotle, he studied logic, everything. And he believed he was a Christian till he died. He was a Catholic, okay? He wasn't Eastern Orthodox. To show you that he knew he was against the Eastern Orthodoxy, okay? So he was a Catholic in that sense. And you have philosophers in the Eastern Orthodox side also claiming to be the objective truth that Catholicism is deviation. So everyone seems to be making this claim. So you have philosophers using reason, and it's still subjective. And you have and by the way, Thomas Aquinas called towards reason, and I made that video some time ago saying what I learned from actually Thomas Aquinas and his principle. This is one of his principles, by the way, that don't follow something that doesn't make any sense, that is not reasonable to you, and you just follow it arbitrarily. So he was against following things arbitrarily. Guess who else? In the Islamic tradition, you have people like Imam al-Ghazali. You have big scholars, Ibn Sina, many other scholars like this that died as Muslims. Okay, and those people called towards reason also. And guess what? They didn't have the same idea. For example, Ibn Sina's idea is not the same as Imam al-Ghazali. It's not the same as Ibn Taymiyyah. It's not the same as other scholars that they totally disagree with each other. Absolutely disagreed with each other. What I'm trying to show you is that everyone the views are too many, calling towards truth. And if you just want to be unbiased and not just follow one, you have to say like it's just subjectivity all around. Okay, one might be true eventually, but we don't know. We don't have any way of knowing, because everyone can make a case for whatever they believe in. Now, I said you use reason, and the tactic of using reason is this. Even though it can lead to Imam al-Ghazali having his own view, being a Muslim, and Thomas Aquinas becoming a Christian, or something like this, at least you use your reason. Because what is the alternative? The alternative will be arbitrarily following something, arbitrarily following it, or using your emotion, saying that this is what my heart is going towards. If you do that, the subjectivity will even be too much. If you use reason, you will minimize the subjectivity, I think. But if you use, because reason, you can challenge each other on the basis of reason. But arbitrariness, there's no standard for arbitrariness. It's just, you can follow it for no reason whatsoever. You just follow it because you were born into it, or you just follow it because you just follow it arbitrarily. That's what I'm trying to say, blindly or something like this. Or you don't know which one to choose, you just choose one without any thinking. So I'm saying that the subjectivity in reason is still better than the subjectivity in arbitrariness. Okay? So much such that even though reason can lead us to different conclusions, at least we use our reason. That's the best you can do. The best you can do for yourself, if you really believe in this stuff and you want to avoid hellfire and stuff like that, is to try to use your reason. Anyone telling you to not use your reason, they want you to follow arbitrarily or blindly. And it will not save you at the end of the day, because think about it. If you follow it arbitrarily, you are not saved. If you follow it with reason, at least you know I tried to use my reason. Okay? That's what I think we should do. And that's why I'm calling towards reason here. But don't let it deceive you. When I say that we should use reason, I'll try to present a case for why I'm a Muslim, or why I'm rejecting a particular position. For example, I make videos about the Trinity and stuff like that. I'll try to present a case why I'm rejecting it based on reason, not just because I don't like it or something like that. So what I'm making in this video is that you will see like some atheist argument. They is based entirely on this notion of there's too many beliefs. Which one should you follow? How do you know which one to follow? And everybody, and let me tell you what's arbitrariness, or even if you use reason but you are still biased, what it leads to is extreme polemicism, where you will be wondering, how can someone miss this? How can someone believe something else? But you will not know, like, you also, they are wondering why you believe that. I think if you can just get out of that bias, you'll be able to see, like, I'm also bringing something to the table. This is how me I see it. This is why I'm rejecting the doctrine of the Trinity. And this is why these other guys, maybe they believe it, I don't know. I have other beliefs too that me, they are wondering how I believe that. You see? And we just have to leave it at that. And on the day of judgment, we'll find out. On the day of judgment, we'll find out who was right at the end of the day. But when God asks you, why did you believe such? Or why did you reject such? Me, personally, I don't want it to be that I believe it because I followed people. I believe it because I just choose it arbitrarily. Or I'm rejecting this belief because other people are rejecting it. But I want it to be based on the reason that was clear to me, and I tried my best to be as unsentimental as possible. That's your task now, to be as unsentimental as possible, to examine the claims of each person, and to be as unsentimental as possible, and whatever that leads you to, that's what you follow. Do not have presuppositions that you cannot examine. See, you need to be able to see past that. Okay, so I hope you guys get the whole gist of this video. The next time you see someone say truth, I've seen Christians, Protestants, to me, when I see Protestants saying this is the truth, and the Catholics also say it is the truth, and you know they are opposite to each other. They are totally opposite to each other, by the way, in their beliefs and stuff like that. So, to show you that there's no end to choosing, there's no end to subjectivity. At one point, you just have to carry on. You have to live with your choices. You have to live with the choices that you've made, and you have to be bold. And I think the best way to hold on to that is through your reason. So our task is to sharpen our reason, is to try to, think clearly as much as possible, to use logic, something that everyone can agree to, something that is in line with common human reasoning. I think that is the approach that we need to take, and it will help us. And whatever it leads you to, at least you'll not be polemical. I'll just show you, I don't need to be aggressive to tell you that you are wrong, or why I disagree with you. And I need to show it, I need to prove it. It cannot be something I cannot prove. I have to prove it why you're wrong, or why I'm rejecting this position. Okay? And many other things. Okay, so guys, stay tuned on this channel. I'll try to be, I examine Islam just as I examine other beliefs too. See, I believe, another thing about me is that the fact that I also have African religions, by the way. So, we have our forefathers, they believe in something else. Okay guys, sorry about that noise. So I'm saying, like, see me, for example, I'm an African, they have a religion also. Those religions, you need to take them seriously too. And why am I not following, like, the ancestors and those things? Why am I not following them? Is it because I don't like it, or is it because I've examined it? Have I examined it? Is there any reason why I'm rejecting it? Okay, so all these things, there are many beliefs like that. So how do you get out of it except through reason? So this is what I call to. Let me see what you guys think in the comment section. See you guys later. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.